through the application of a simology wound. This is the wound we wish to apply to the mannequin. We've chosen one with the closest skin colour matching that we can from the range. And I'm now going to take you through the steps to apply this wound to the mannequin to create a realistic wounding. First of all, we need to think about the area it's going, and we need to glue our piece and the mannequin, and both the back of the piece and the mannequin receive glue. We're going to take our glue, which comes with glue and thinners, and we're going to mix it roughly 50-50. So we're going to take a little bit of glue, and we will pop a little bit of glue in the lid. You don't need very much at all. And then we'll put 50 with thinners. Remember to put your lid back on your thinners so it doesn't evaporate whilst you are working with the glue. Taking one of your cotton buds, we're then going to put a thin layer of glue over the area of the mannequin where we wish to glue the wound. This glue will dry fairly fast and become translucent and mildly tacky. I'm now going to glue the back of the wound, which is our pre-painted simology wound. I'm going to glue it up to, but not including, either that silicone flashing that you can see here, or on some of the simology wounds, instead of a silicone flashing, there is a glue gun flashing. But whichever one the wound has, just take the glue up to the edge, but not past it, because that is all in a minute going to be dissolved and placed in the bin. If the glue isn't drying fast enough, and this glue does dry pretty fast, you can check it, it's mildly tacky. You can use a fan, just any old handheld fan, to speed up the drying process, because both glues need to be touch dry before you introduce them to each other. Any fan can be used, or just wait. Once the wound is dry, place it in the center of your glue. At this point, you need your application brush. And what you're going to do with this application brush is gently smooth out towards the edges, because you don't want any air bubbles under this piece. So we're gently smoothing out using the application tool to push it down. And then when we're happy that there are no bubbles, then we press hard to allow the glue to contact each other and to set up. The next stage is now to make that wound blend perfectly to the mannequin. Here we need some of your locally sourced acetone, and we'll pop some acetone in the metal shot glass. Do not put acetone into plastic shot glasses, because it will eat them and dissolve them straight away. Using a brush from the paintbrush set, dip into acetone, and you just lift up the edge and you start to dissolve the thin translucent bold cap that exists before the flashing. With a pair of scissors, you can cut the flashing, which makes it easier for you to see how you are progressing as you peel the edge away. You need very little acetone. Do not swamp it. Just peeling and cutting with the brush. Peeling and cutting. smoothing down any edges until the flashing is completely removed. The flashing can be thrown away and you now have an applied Simology wound. If that wound is in any way tacky still, you can give it a gentle talc off with normal talcum powder. To finish off the pre-painted wound, we wish to add blood effects. And to add blood effects, just grab a baby wipe and the bottle of blood. Give the bottle of blood a shake and simply dot in the required blood effects to bring the wound to life. Remembering not to overblood. If you wish, you can drop it in with a paintbrush or a syringe. A little trick, if your blood particularly beads when water touches silicone, then you can use a little bit of washing up liquid in your blood to stop the beading. And there you have your completed Simology wound.